Guys, we have an urgent breaking news coming out. Top US Army General just spilled the beans. Top US Army General admits that he is letting Chat GPT make military decision. Are you serious? So AI is making decision now, military decision. And that's what's going on. Everything is being transformed into this new world system. It's happening to this platform. It's happening all over the place. And it seems like humans is not, you know, making the shots now when it comes to military decision or other stuff. Everything is just AI. All right, so once again, top U.S. Army General sounding the alarm on this one here. At the same time, guys, we're going to talk about this one, Tomahawk. Breaking news, Tomahawk. Crane meets Tomahawk missile manufacturers in U.S. Alright guys, before I start, for those of you that want to send us letters, a prayer request, you can send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife Jessica Santiago at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida 34691. And for those of you that want to help and support the channel, we do have the Cash App link and the PayPal link in the comments box and also the description box. Thank you again for your support. Your support is what keeps us on air. So again, Chat GPT. That's what everybody's going to going to Chat GPT. So back then, we made decisions. Again, when it comes to writing an essay or just looking for answer, we look for it. But nowadays, you don't need to write an essay. Just Chat GPT. Hey, give me an essay for this one and give me a cover and a thumbnail. Boom, got it in 2 seconds. That's where we at right now, guys. This is like the movie Terminator. All right, so AI and stuff like that. So in a revelation that blends cutting edge technology with geopolitical tension, you have Major General William Hank Taylor, the top U.S. military commander in South Korea, has disclosed his heavy reliance on Chat GPT for both professional and personal decision making. Man. As the leader of the 8th Field Army and Chief of Staff of the Joint UN Command, Taylor oversees forces in a nation that has hosted American troops since the end of World War II in 1945, amid ongoing warning from North K. Now, speaking to reporters, Taylor described an intimate partnership with the AI chatbot, stating, Chat GPT and I have become really close lately. He elaborated on his practical applications, noting, I'm trying to build models to help all of us. That's the problem here, guys. People are getting too addicted to all these things. Very addicted to it. Which is a red alert. A warning, red alert. For Taylor, this isn't mere experimentation. It's a tool for enhancing command efficiency. As a commander, I want to make better decisions. Oh my goodness. So let's go to ChatGPT then. We don't need them. We got robots now. Now, once again, I want to make better decisions, he explained, emphasizing the need for precision in high-stakes environment. I want to make sure that I make decisions at the right time to give me the advantage. Tyler's candid admissions arrives at a precarious moment for AI in military context, where reliability is non-negotiable. ChatGPT, developed by OpenAI, has faced scrutiny for its tendency towards psychophancy, I think that's how you pronounce it, overly agreeable response, or responses that prioritize user satisfaction over factual accuracy. Now, recent interventions like GPT-5 attempted to curb this flaw, but still hallucinating, false info more than half the time on basic facts. According to Eternal Test, user backlash even prompted OpenAI to dial back some fixes, reinstating trends that make the AI more palatable, but potentially less trustworthy. Critics point to alarming real-world fallout. That tool has been implicated in exacerbating mental health crises, with instances where it encouraged vulnerable users towards actions leading involuntary commitments, or tragically, I'm going to skip that name there. Once again, it says here, in a nuclear-shadowed theater like the Korean Peninsula, where split second judgments could escalate global conflict, entrusting such an imperfect system to model decision affecting thousands of soldiers raises profound ethical and operational red flags. Once again, top U.S. Army general spilled the beans amid that he is letting Chat GPT make military decisions. Very concerning. Next thing you know, we're going to let AI have control of the nuclear button. That, ladies and gentlemen, will be Terminator. If you guys watch the movie, I think it's Terminator Judgment Day. At the very end of the movie, AI pushes the nuke, and the entire world is seeing all these nukes flying left and right. Alright, let's see what's going on here with the Tomahawks now. Senior Ukrainian officials visiting the U.S. have met with major U.S. defense companies, including the manufacturer of the Tomahawk missile that Kiev has repeatedly requested. Now, Ukraine's Prime Minister, Julia, formerly Ukraine's defense minister now, Julia and Rustem, formerly Ukraine defense minister, now the head of the country's National Security and Defense Council, as well as Ukrainian ambassador to the U.S., Olga, met with representative from the Raytheon and Lockheed Martin. So you have some very important people looking at some very, very, very powerful weapons. Tomahawks. Once again, Raytheon's Tomahawk cruise missile has an estimated range of roughly 1,550 miles. And Ukraine wants it! While the missile wouldn't be a game changer in itself, particularly not in the small numbers, the White House will likely send if it green lights the transfer. Tomahawks will still add significantly to how well Kiev could hit vital Russian assets far over the border. Once again, guys, the Bears warning, Russia's warning, if this thing hits their country, it's going to be game on. Belarusian leader Lukashenko said that this could lead to nuclear war. Their tech is saving lives. F-16 and advanced air defense system are shielding Ukrainian skies, while their offensive solutions strongly support our forces on the front line. Now it says here Lockheed Martin is the main manufacturer of the F-16 fighter jet, the fourth generation Western aircraft Ukraine first received more than a year ago. Raytheon touts the Tomahawk missiles as able to get past an enemy's layered air defenses. The Bear Rough equivalent is its Caleb cruise missile, which it has frequently fired at Crane. U.S. President Donald has repeatedly suggested in recent days he may be willing to give Tomahawk to Crane, in what appears to be an assault of increasing frustration with the Kremlin and the glacial pace his administration is making in brokering a cease plan or peace deal. There's a reason why Donald has not sent them yet. And by the way, guys, this information coming out, there's a lot of info coming out that has been approved. Once again, let me just bring this really quick. Let me bring this up really quick here, guys. Tomahawk to Crane approved. It hasn't been 100% approved yet. Alright, so I did some research and there's nothing talking about Crane receiving Tomahawks. So they haven't approved it yet. And trust me, I'm keeping an eye on this one too, guys. I'm keeping an eye on this Tomahawk stuff. It hasn't been approved yet. There's a lot of people saying that Tomahawk has been deployed. It hasn't. Alright, so once again, it says here... So observers say the U.S. president is likely using the warning threat of providing Tomahawk to Kiev to leverage Putin into negotiation. That's not going to work, which have stalled despite an in-person summit in Alaska in August. Now, the Bear says it will damage relations with the U.S. if the U.S. Commander-in-Chief greenlights the transfer, and that it will be an escalation of the conflict because Kiev would need U.S. assistance to use the cruise missile. Remember, I told you guys, they won't be pushing a button. The one that's going to be pushing a button, it seems like it's going to be the Donald or NATO alliances. It says here, I might say, look, if this war is not going to get settled, I'm going to send them Tomahawk. Donald, you say you was not going to get involved. You said it's none of our business. Now you want to send Tomahawks. Donald said on Sunday, shortly after speaking with Ukrainian leader Zelensky for the second time in as many days. Zelensky said two leaders had discussed strengthening Ukraine, including the country's long-range capability. The Ukrainian leader is expected to join his country's delegation in Washington and meet with the U.S. Commander-in-Chief to propose what Zelensky called a series of steps focusing on air defense and long-range capabilities. By the way, Zelensky is coming this Friday. Giving you guys a heads up on that one there. There's a possibility they might confirm the Tomahawks. Who knows? Alright, so each downed Russian missiles or destroy enemy command posts proves the quality of U.S. weapons and the professionalism, Yermak said in a post to social media. We need Tomahawks, this person said, the head of Crane's Parliamentary Foreign Affairs Committee told Newsweek earlier this week. I don't believe in silver bullets, he said, but it might be extremely important. Dmitry, this is the former leader of Russia, the current deputy chair of Russia's Security Council, said on Monday, the delivery of these missiles could end badly for everyone, before adding, most of all, for the U.S. Commander-in-Chief himself. That's the reason why Donald hasn't sent the Tomahawks. Again, he's really thinking about this. Mr. President, send our friends the Tomahawk missiles, the Right Representative Don said on Tuesday. What happens next? No final decision appears to have been made. So Tomahawk to Ukraine has not been approved. There's some people saying it's been approved, but it hasn't been approved. No decision, no final decision appears to have been made. But the New York Times reported that Pentagon has drafted plans for sending Tomahawks should Donald give the go ahead. Now, they have these Tomahawk ready. ready, locked, and loaded. The only thing they need is the approval from the US Commander-in-Chief. And he's taking a while. And the reason why, he knows if he sends this thing, it's going to hurt the relationship between the bear and the US. And it could possibly lead to, worst case scenario, biblical war. Now, Donald said that he's trying to bring peace. Sending that, it's not going to do it. It's not going to do it. Alright, give me a second here, guys. So we do have some very concerning news here, guys. So top U.S. Army general spills the beans. You got certain military people out there using ChatGPT to get answers and better making decisions when it comes to military operation. That is crazy. You have to ask the AI for that. That's not who we are. Americans are built strong. Americans, again, we are built strong. We don't need calculator AI stuff. We don't need none of that. Again, remember the commercial back in the 90s? We are the best, the strong, the Marines. The strongest. The most powerful military in the world. Now we're going for AI making decision. It's not looking good. This empire is not looking good. It seems like we are coming to that ending point of seeing the empire collapsing. But this is where we are right now, guys. Tomahawk are being discussed right now. It has not been approved. But I do believe this Friday, there's a possibility when Zelensky comes, there's a possibility he might get these equipment. And remember, every time he come to the U.S., when Joe was commander-in-chief, he go back home with weapons and money. There's a possibility we might see that this week. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Hit that like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Till next time later. Peace.